Alrighty, hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. This is the video that I've been talking about I'm going to film for the longest, and I still haven't filmed it. I did write like some notes or stuff on my phone, but I think I'm just gonna talk, just talk, because I feel like if I just spoke it would come out easier. I don't know. But anyways, from the title of this video, you see that this video is going to be like a reflection of 2016 and like what I'm going in 2017 trying to be like. So yeah, so basically like this whole, well, not this year but last year, I always said that that was the worst year of my life. And like in all actuality, I feel like it actually wasn't the worst. I feel like it wasn't the worst because I actually learned stuff, and like the lessons that I learned last year can be carried on throughout the following years. So I feel like it was actually a good year because I can take all those lessons that I learned and apply it to like new relationships, new friendships, new jobs, everything. Like it all, God has a plan for everything, so it didn't happen in vain. Like all that stuff that I went through last year was for a reason, so I'm not worried about it. But anyways, let me see what I wrote in my notes so I can see like what I basically wanted to talk about. I'm at home in my parents' house and they have a grandfather clock, so that's what that noise was. But yeah. Okay, yeah, this is what I wanted to talk about. So like this year, well, why do I keep saying this year? Last year was the first year that I ever like experienced like depression and like feeling lonely, because like I've always been the type of person, I'm an only child, so I had no problem ever being alone. Like I actually enjoyed being alone. Like being alone was me in my natural habitat. Like I could have fun singing, dancing, doing anything by myself and not have a problem. But like this year, I just felt like super alone and I wasn't having fun by myself. Like I was be all sad and depressed like when I was by myself. And like I go to school in another city from where I'm from, so I was basically by myself. But like my roommate, she's one of my best friends or whatever, but we're just going through these little rough moments right now. So it was basically like she would be either at work or out with her friends, and I would just be sitting at the house by myself. And then I was just like, dang man, I'm really like alone. But like in those moments, I prayed harder than I've ever prayed before. And like I feel like my relationship with God has grown drastically. And like in those moments, I seen like what people mean like when they say God can be their friend, their comforter, their provider, their way maker, all that kind of stuff, their counselor. Like God really was showing out in my life, and I couldn't really see like the beauty of all of that because I was too stuck in like feeling unhappy and insecure and all that kind of stuff. So like I feel like that's why another good thing that 2016 was a really good year, because my relationship with God grew. And like that's the main relationship that I ever want to focus on, because my relationship with God will determine my relationship with everybody else. So if I don't have my relationship with God right, I can't think that my relationship with my friends is going to be good, or my relationship with my parents is going to be good, or my relationship with my babies is going to be good, or my future relationship with my spouse. Like I can't expect any of those relationships to be good if I'm not good with the one above. So yeah. And what else? Oh, and another thing that I learned this year was how strong of a person I am. Like I've learned, like I knew I can handle stuff because I've been through stuff before, but like the stuff I've been through before didn't take me into like a depression. Like I don't know, I didn't speak about it. So I feel like maybe because I didn't speak about it and I just kept it repressed, it didn't really affect me that much. But like last year, I spoke about it a lot, continuously. And I feel like speaking about it didn't do nothing but continuously bring me down. And so so like I feel like that's why I suffered from that like depression the whole year. So yeah. And another thing that I learned was like I learned how to pick out flaws in myself, because like it's so easy to point the finger at somebody else and be like, you do this, you do that, you do this. But like actually taking a minute to like self-reflect and see like what you're doing to cause the problem to be bigger than what it is and work wonders. Like I'm not gonna go into detail about like what flaws I seen in myself, but like I did see some flaws, and I'm working continuously every day to like fix those flaws so that I could be a better person, because that's all that I want to be. Like I've always had a good heart from the time that I was born. Like I've always had a good heart, and like the things that I do, like the flaws that I do have, they're with good intentions, but they're not like they're for good intentions, but it doesn't turn out good in the long run. I don't really know how to phrase what I'm trying to say, but I hope y'all get what I'm trying to say. So yeah. And what else? Kind of going all over the place with this video, I'm sorry. But like picking back on how I felt like I was alone, I said in my notes that I feel like that's how the devil wanted it to be. He wanted me to feel like I was alone, even when I really wasn't alone, because I have friends that just live in different cities, other friends that live in different cities. And so like the devil wanted me to think that I was alone so he could attack my mind. Cause like that's all that last year was like the devil playing tricks in my mind, making me feel like I wasn't worth anything, making me feel like nobody liked me, making me feel like just insecure in general. And like I've never been like an insecure person. I've always been confident. I've always been like this outgoing person, and silly, dramatic, doing whatever that came to my mind. But like last year I was just like blah, that's it. And like that whole year I was just praying, God, please bring me back to my regular self, all that kind of stuff. But I should have been asking God to make me a better person than who I used to be, because I don't know. Anyway. And so to bring the new year in, I didn't go to church New Year's Eve. I spent my New Year's Eve watching Nicki, my favorite artist. But I did go to church New Year's Day, and the message was, this is the year of building myself up. And the Bible verse was, hold on. Where is it? I can't find it. Okay, the Bible verse was Psalms 65:11, and I'm gonna read it from the New Living Translation. It says, "You crown the year with a bountiful harvest. Even the hard pathways overflow with abundance." And so, like basically, what the pastor's message was, 2016 is ashes, and with ashes comes a wind to new blessings and abundance. So like everything that I went through in 2016 is done. Like when 2017 came, all that stuff blew away with the fresh wind that came this year. So like I'm not gonna allow myself to go back. I'm not gonna allow myself to go back into this depression, being sad and stuff. Like I have to be me. Like regardless of what anybody else thinks about me, I'm still gonna be me at the end of the day, and I have to embrace that. Like I'm a great person. I know I'm a great person. So, and another thing that the pastor said was, God meets you at your level of expectation. So if you don't expect anything, you can't think that anything great is gonna come. So like if you expect negativity, you're gonna get negativity. But if you expect positivity, then God will bless you with positivity. And like last year, all I did was think that negative stuff was going to happen, and that's what I got, negative stuff. And so that's why this year I'm going into it with a positive mindset, because I can't deal. Like I'm about to graduate this year, I'm about to start an internship this year, So it's like I can't let my mind be filled with all this negativity because I had so many positive things happening this year. And so then I'm going to get into like my New Year's resolutions or 2017 plans or stuff. Like, I don't really want to call them resolutions, so I'm going to call them 2017 plans. So the first thing on my list is to cut back on sweets drastically. Like, anybody who really knows me knows that I am a big fan of sweets. I love brownies, I love ice cream, I love cookies, I love cookie dough, I love candy, I love it all. But like, I don't like cupcakes and cake though. But anyways, that was besides the point. But like this year, I really want to cut back on it drastically. Like, I feel like I can live without it now. Cause like last year, I did do a fast from sweets. And like after my fast, I didn't really want the sweets after the fast. But because my fast was over and I went so long without sweets, I kind of just forced myself to want it. And so yeah, I feel like if I don't need it, then why indulge in it? And the next thing on my list was to start going back to church regularly. I used to be like, in 2013, I think it was, me and my best friend, Nikayla, we used to go to church every single Sunday. Like, that was a tradition for us. We went to the 9 o'clock service, and then after the 9 o'clock service, we went and had lunch at a restaurant. Every single Sunday, we did not miss a Sunday. And then in our gospel choir, we had Bible studies on Wednesdays. Yeah, on Wednesdays. And then also at our school, we had this thing called the BCM, who serves lunch, and they had a Bible study in the mornings. So we went to those as well. And then sometimes we even went to Bible study on Tuesdays at the church that we was attending. And so it was like my mind was so filled with God that I didn't have a chance to like reflect negativity. Because that year I went through kind of like the same situation I went through last year, but I was able to handle it better because my relationship with God was good. So that's why I really want to go back into going to church regularly. Even if I have to go by myself, I'm going to start back going to church all the time. But like even last year, my relationship with God improved, but I didn't go to church. Like, I read the Bible, I prayed nonstop, really. Like, I prayed every hour of the day, kind of. But I really want to go back to church because church fills you up with the word. Like, I can continuously read the word by myself, but even in the Bible it says when two are together, I don't really know the verse, but it says when two come together in my name, you will receive blessings or something. I really don't know, but I know that it says something like that. And the third thing on my list is to introduce my babies to God and work on them establishing a relationship with God. This was on my list of plans to do for last year, but like with everything going on, I didn't really focus on it. So like this year, I really want to introduce them to God. Like, they know about God, but I don't think they actually know like how to pray and like God. And I don't really think that they know like God created them and everything in this world. I don't really think they really grasp that concept. So I really want to get that concept going in their minds and all that kind of stuff, and get them to say like what they're thankful for and all that kind of stuff. The fourth thing is to become more active. And now I know that this is like a cliche thing for people in but in their New Year's resolutions, but I really am going to start being active. I brought me some workout clothes and everything, so I'm going to be up in there getting active. And the next thing is to pray over my friends' lives every day. Like, I do pray for my friends a lot, very often. I pray for them a lot. But like, I don't pray for them every day. And like, when I do pray for my friends, I go like in depth. Like, if I know that they're suffering from something, I will pray over that like no other. And even if I don't know if they're suffering with something, I still go in depth when I pray for them. But like, I don't do it every day, and I feel like I should do it every day, because I never know like what they're going through and what kind of attacks that the enemy may be trying to put on their mind. So I really want to start praying for them every single day, as well as my family as well. So yeah. And then the last thing on my list is to let go of self-induced unhappiness. Like, if I know that something is gonna make me mad, then I'm not gonna do it. Like, even with New Year's Eve, I deleted Snapchat off of my phone before midnight even came, because I knew if I seen some people's snaps, I was going to get mad. And so I just deleted it off my phone so I wouldn't even have to go through that. Because like I'm saying, I wanted to be better this year. And I wanted to embrace this newness and embrace this new positivity that I have going on in my life. And I really didn't want to bring myself back. So I just deleted Snapchat. But then I ended up re-downloading it the next day, but I still just didn't look at certain people's Snapchats. I just really wanted to use the camera on Snapchat because I was cute. But anyways, that's the end of this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please comment below if y'all like these little sit-down videos or if y'all like the vlogs. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video. I'm going to leave my social media down below if you would like to follow me on those things. But yeah, I will see you guys in my next video.